When looking for weapons, you often are most occupied with searching for elements that are equal to your character's element and with the highest numbers. But how much does this really matter when it comes down to earnings and win rate? When I crunched the numbers, I found something interesting. It's not always necessary to get an aligned weapon, especially since they are often the most expensive ones, negatively influencing your ROI. So let's just talk about the best weapons you should get with your budget, your investment goal, and which weapon brings in the most profit and the highest win rate. First, what aspects of the weapon matter for how much you can earn? Well, basically only two things matter when it comes to earning potential, and that is the total attribute points and the total bonus power. So first, the total attribute points. The biggest increase in earnings is influenced by the total amount of attribute points. More points equals more earnings. As an example, if you have a 1-star weapon with 100 points to whatever element, you'd make $2.96 per day per character. If the 1-star weapon would have 200 points, you would make $3.24 per day, which is a 10% increase. Just to show the insignificance of a 2-star weapon, a 2-star weapon with only 200 points would make the same as the previous 1-star weapon with similar points. Lastly, a 5-star weapon with 800 points, which is the maximum, would make you $5.27 per character per day, which is a 78% increase compared to the 1-star weapon with 100 points, of course. So, contrary to what most people think, this barely matters whether the element of an attribute is similar to your character or not. Having all elements aligned, also called pure, can only increase earnings up to 2% compared to having all different sorts of elements. And since a 4 to 5-star pure weapon is 5 to 10 times more expensive, they are obviously not a smart investment when it comes to earning potential. So, second, the total bonus points. Bonus points are the second biggest influence in how much you can potentially earn with CryptoBlades. In case you didn't know, bonus points can be added to swords by reforging old weapons into it. This amount is also displayed on the front end of the card. Using a fully boosted sword in combat, which equals to 2500 points, can increase your 4-character monthly earnings by $100. But the impact of bonus points decreases for higher rarity weapons, as adding bonus power to a 1-star weapon increases earning potential by 30%, while adding bonus power to a 5-star weapon increases earning potential by just 10%. Second, what aspects of the weapon matter for how often you win? Whether you beat your opponent or not is not related to attribute points or bonus points. Because when your weapon has a high total of attribute points, the system will also generate higher level opponents. The only thing that matters when it comes to win rate is element alignment and not total amount of attributes. So in summary, having all 3 elements aligned, character, weapon and attribute, increases the win rate by 4%. Having a power attribute increases your win rate by 2%. And lastly, in case your attribute element is neither of those, you don't gain any extra win rate. Allow me to explain how this works. There are several calculations that occur during a fight, but I will do my best to explain it as clearly as possible. As soon as you click fight, the following happens. The system first calculates the strength of only the weapon attribute or attributes, which is called your alignment power. Only the alignment power is responsible for increasing your actual win rate. Having the elements of your character, weapon and attributes aligned increases your roll power by 4%. Power attributes are considered neutral and increase your roll power by 2%. And in case all elements are off, again, you gain 0 extra roll power. So this is how the formula looks. We won't be going too deep into this, but whether you actually win the fight also depends on the element of your enemy, if it's dominant or not. And of course, the random number that has been generated, which could be 90% or 110% of your final power. In case you do want to know more about the entire mechanics of the combat system, let me know down in the comments and I'll make a separate video on that. So, in conclusion, A weapon with a lot of attribute points makes you up to 75% more in profit. However, when it comes to win rate, the amount of attribute points doesn't say anything. The only thing that increases your win rate is whether the elements of your character, sword and attribute are aligned. That is, full alignment versus zero alignment increases your win rate by 4%. Since the average win rate with bad weapons is already higher than 75%, this increase is rather insignificant and only interesting when talking about a very long-term play. The biggest difference is seen in increasing the reward potential, or by having a weapon with high attribute stats, and that's why we mainly recommend getting a 4 to 5 star weapon with a lot of attribute points, especially considering the difference in how much you need to invest. If you can find a 4 to 5 star weapon with just one matching attribute, or even just a neutral power attribute, it's absolutely perfect. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I hope CryptoBlades can help you get some of that passive income. Bye bye.